Hello everyone, my name is Ben, and this is an introduction to the NAF official ladder. It's our attempt to recreate as far as possible the conditions of a typical tabletop tournament here in the Cyanide Blood Bowl 2 client. In this guide, I will explain to you how the rules are different, how they work, how to build a team, how to join the league, and even how to find yourself an opponent to play against. I'd like to start, though, just with a word about what the NAF is. The NAF is an organization that promotes Blood Bowl all over the world. They sanction tournaments, keep track of stats and coach ratings. They even run major tournaments like the World Cup you see here. This is a photo I shamelessly stole from the NAF website. There's a link directly below this video. Anyhow, the NAF was created almost 15 years ago now by the same fellow who invented the game of Blood Bowl, and they've been doing their thing ever since. So you know they have some serious Blood Bowl street cred. There are 3 key options in the new Legendary Edition of Blood Bowl 2 that we're taking advantage of to run this ladder. And yes, I'm sorry, you will need Legendary Edition. It's also marketed as the official expansion to Blood Bowl 2. The first thing is that your teams do not start at 1,000 TV. You will have 1,100 TVs worth of money to spend on buying new players, an apothecary if you so choose, rerolls, etc. On top of that, depending on which race you choose, you will have between 6 and 9 extra skills to allocate your players. So you'll start between 12 and 1,300 TV. The second big change is that there is no progression in the league. Your players never gain star player points, they don't level up, they start at level 1 or 2 and they stay there forever. And the third, which is closely related, is that the league has resurrection enabled. What this means is if your players suffer serious injuries or even death during a game, they'll be fine afterwards. All the injuries and such are wiped away. These 3 rules in conjunction mean that you'll start your team at 1,200 TV or whatever, and no matter how many games you play, you'll always have the same 1,200 TV worth of players. Your guys never become legends, they never die. You have the same team basically forever. I know this sounds a little weird if your only experience of Blood Bowl is by playing on various leagues and ladders. This is a completely different way to do things. And yes, you do lose out on team development, but you gain some nice things too. Specifically, your opponents are always going to be at the same level of team development as you. You'll never have to play a chaos murder team that's 500 TV above you. And you'll never get your whole team killed and have to delete them and start over. Every match will be at about even TV. It's not completely fair, but it's about the best you can do, in my opinion. So let me show you now how to build yourself a team. There are 24 teams in Blood Bowl 2 at the moment. All 24 of them are allowed, but all 24 are not equal. We divide them into 3 tiers and give certain advantages to the lower tier teams to try and balance things out a little bit. There are 11 teams in tier 1. These are the folks that are really good at low TV. They get, on top of the 1,100 TV of starting players, they get 6 normal skills to spread around the team. Tier 2, these are the folks that need a little bit of help. So we give them 2 extra skills, one of which can even be a double. That puts them 50 TV ahead of the tier 1 teams. That's how we balance things. There is also a tier 3. It's goblins, halflings, and ogres. I didn't even bother to make a slide for them. I strongly recommend you not play those unless you seriously know exactly what you're doing. Due to limitations in the Cyanide client, you won't be able to use things like bribes, a halfling chef, or rostered star players, so you're at even more of a disadvantage than usual when you're playing some team like halflings. you can still do it, and the rules are in a link below this video. You can see exactly how to build a team. But for now, we're going to stick to some of the more mainstream teams. I will build you a Dark Elf team as an example of how things work. Let's see, we need a team name. We'll call them the NAF Dark Elf Example. That seems pretty good. You can make yourself a motto. We were asking people that we don't know, especially, to tell us that they have read the rules. Pick yourself a strip and a logo. And the important thing here is to check custom team. You need to do this, and you will need Legendary Edition to do this. This is how you can build a team with extra TV. We need a stadium name. And you'll see instead of the 1,000 gold you normally have to spend, we have a little infinity symbol. So you could spend 3,000 gold if you wanted, but please don't do that. Here's a normal looking build. Let's see, we want a Witch Elf, a second Witch Elf, runner, 4 blitzers, and 4 linemen. I'll confirm that. We'll take a couple of rerolls, and we're done. That's 1080. Now your team is allowed 1100 TV, and there's no disadvantage, and there's no advantage, I should say, to being lower in TV because there are no inducements allowed for anybody. So what we're going to do is spend that last money on a cheerleader and a coach. You can buy some fan factor if you want. Doesn't really matter. And now that that's set, Dark Elves are a tier 1 team. That means I can give 6 normal skills to 6 of my players. You are not allowed to give more than 1 skill to any player, but you can certainly duplicate skills on different players. The way to do it is to go here onto the player screen. There will be a level up button, and you'll pick a normal skill. I want a Witch Elf with Wrestle. That's good. And we'll skip the rest of this, and we're done. As you can see, I've got 2 Witch Elves, giving them both Wrestle. I have a runner, which I thought I gave him leader. Apparently I didn't. Well, it looks like I gave him pass. Not a good choice, but there it is. I've also got 3 blitzers, all of them with dodge. That's fine. And the whole result is a team value of 1220 TV. Now again, there's a link below this video to the complete rules where, depending on what race you are, you can see exactly what skills you're allowed to take on your players and what sort of TV you should be at when you're done. Okay, now we are ready to join a league. It is multiplayer. You want to search for the NAF. NAF is enough to do it. And there it is right there, NAF official. You want to register. And there's the NAF official ladder. It is open with validation. What that means is that one of our volunteer administrators will check your team, make sure that it's legal before they let you in. And now we're waiting. Here's a look at our administration team. If you happen to see any of these people online, feel free to ask them to get your team approved. Usually it only takes a few hours at most anyway, but please remember, these are all just volunteers. Please be nice and ask politely, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out. That's what they're here for. And eventually when you log into Blood Bowl 2, you'll see that message that your ticket has been approved. There's one more thing you need to do. Once you get your ticket, you'll have to come back and use it. I know it's a little complicated, but that's how it goes. And now we're in. We've joined the ladder. Congratulations to us. Now we're ready to go. You can just try and find an opponent. I don't think you'll have the best of luck if you do that right away, because the league is not at this point large enough that there's likely to be a lot of people spinning. Instead, what I recommend you do is join the NAF Discord. There's a link directly below this video. If you're not familiar with Discord, this is what it looks like. It's a fine communications app that lets you talk to people. It does voice chat as well. It's very popular in the online gaming community. Even some of the major Blood Bowl leagues are already using it, so you may be familiar already. Anyhow, you'll join the NAF Discord. Come on over here to the PC BB2 NAF ladder and announce to the world that you are looking for a game. I'm not going to send that message because I'm a little busy recording video right now, but that's basically what you do. And hopefully somebody online will notice and say, yeah, I'd like to play too. That sounds like a lot of fun. You can go spin, they can go spin, and you'll all have a great time. Finally, let me say that everyone is welcome to come play in the NAF ladder. You do not need to be a member of the NAF. There's no restriction if you are good, bad, or otherwise. At playing Blood Bowl, everybody is welcome. We're happy to have you. And there you go. There are links down below the video to the rules, to the NAF, and to the NAF Discord. If you have any other questions, the best place to ask is in that Discord. Somebody will get you really quickly. So thank you all very much, and good luck.